Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Am I still Eva today or am I Liz? Let me see.
Good. That's okay. I got up at 4:30 and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And it just,
Love it.
yeah, laid in bed till 5 o'clock, 5 to 5, 10 to 5, whatever. Got up, came out, got my coffee, did my morning Bible, and then crashed on the couch. So today, I wanted to talk about kind of the look, format, branding, like Q&As, interviews, guests, white pages, docs. What are you guys kind of thinking, or throw out ideas of sort of look, format, branding? And I say this because yesterday Andre interviewed me, and he's doing it because Mike Sherrard, who does he uses a lot of social media and video for EXP for Asian Attraction. Sherrard, I think it's Sherard, I think. Anyway, I met him, young kid, smart, he's just great. Anyway, so he said that all of his videos that he's done, he's constantly having to change it up because, stuff you lose the ROI after a while. So he switched over to interviewing people in his downline, and he just said, what's the difference in your life since EXP? And he goes, those videos have huge hits and they're really influencing people. And so Andre's doing that did that with me, and he's doing Gary and some of the other people. And it made me realize that I would like to do that with you guys. I thought that's flipping awesome. It's just short little videos. And then they pull out little snippets here and there of, the whole video, but then also like, he's like, I'm doing 1-minute things. And I'm like, I'm doing TikTok. So I think it's like 9 seconds or something, or 19. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, that's the size snippets we'll be pulling out. So what kind of ideas or things do you guys like as far as like interviews, Q&As, guests, just you talking, teaching, training, what are you guys thinking?
I like a little variety. I used to actually go out in the community and do videos with different people in the community. I would do it on Facebook. So I would interview them. And I kept it to like 15 to 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I had a good following. I still have people ask me about doing them. So, and people knew me. I would walk in the grocery store and they knew me from the live video. Mm-hmm. So I think I'd like to get back to doing that, but I need to have a more focused approach as far as real estate. And then also, I think like some educational videos about the market and just real estate in general. Mm-hmm.
I'm writing your stuff.
One thing that I had heard, I like the educational part. And so if you say like, here are the 5 steps towards, 5 first steps for a first-time buyer. Mm-hmm. And you write it out and you shoot the YouTube or shoot the video. You could use step 1 in TikTok and do a 5-part series in TikTok. So do one video and do it on different platforms and cutting and pasting it. So the first one would be, and then have a call to action at the end of each one saying DM me. And what I heard, that book that I recommended that has analytics, you can go in and they say, if you have a call to action and then someone comes back into your DM in Instagram, it pushes it.
Mm.
So it gets more visibility. So there's a book I ran across yesterday that, the first one I mentioned yesterday, the first one in yesterday's for us in the wealth determinant in this group, the YouTube one about setting up and formatting and, doing one video and putting it in different cross platforms. And then yesterday afternoon, I came across a book that you can go in and look at the analytics and how there are different ways to get it pushed organically. And that you never need to pay for views. And that once you start paying for views, they'll tag you as, oh, she's willing to pay.
Mm.
So they're not going to organically push it.
Gotcha.
Oh, I am not willing to pay.
Yeah, and do not pay, because once you do that, they flag it and the organic process won't get it pushed up as much.
And that makes sense because they're a business. All right, that's really good. That's really good. That's do not pay.
No, do everything you can to get it pushed organically.
That's very good. I like the 5 steps things too, and I also like putting it across the different platforms. We're going across 3 just because, and the only reason I'm only doing 3 is because I'm very concerned with being able to follow up with 15 platforms, and I don't know. So we're gonna just work through 3, and then once I'm comfortable with that, if I can, we'll push out towards more. If I know I can handle it.
And there, I think I'm looking for an app or a platform to where when you cross post, you can also cross, it'd be easy to simplify reply.
Yeah. We have, well, I'm gonna back up a second. Rob just sent me, Rob Lane just sent me Chat GPT. I don't know if I told you this yesterday, but did I tell you guys this yesterday? All right. Oh, okay. Thank you, Bree. So, and he just put in there, what does a first-time home buyer need to know? And it wrote an entire article of the 5 things that every first-time home buyer needs to know. I mean, and he goes, Rob goes, this was in 30 seconds. I'm like, I know, it's pretty amazing and a little crazy. And he goes, it's a lot crazy. But if you're looking for what to say, and that's an issue, that might be a really good place to just toss in a question. And again, think like your audience of whoever they are, of whoever you've determined you want to go after, and think of the questions that they would ask, throw it in Chat GPT. And then from there, you've got exactly what to say.
It's full right now, but you can go on and sign up for it, and they'll let you know when they have more openings.
Yeah, it'll do. Yeah, as soon as the server gets too full, it'll flag you, and you can do that. I've actually just waited a couple of minutes and then tried to go in.
Oh, and you got in.
I got in. Yeah.
What is that? That's full.
Chat.
Yeah. Okay.
PT.
Yeah, I went on after the class the other night when they mentioned it, and I put in affordable housing needs, and it brought down like a whole. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep. So you can then use that on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and then turn into a newsletter. And you can say, DM me for a newsletter. Go ahead and have all that ready. And then when you have the call to action and they DM you already have a newsletter, and Chat GPT will gotten it started.
Yep. And so that's one of the things that everybody I see that's doing video has a document that's a freebie, and it's the beginning. So they have at least one, if not a couple. Get your free list of this, get that, because it gets people comfortable and where they trust you before you start to do the bigger call to action of, either work with me, buy a house, join the team, buy this product, whatever your larger, your real, thing is that you're promoting. So it's having a couple articles. And and it doesn't have to be hard, because with Chat GPT, you literally could crank out something in 30 seconds that you have formatted, branded to you, and boom, you're done. You could have a few articles or things like that are super easy. to grab. I'm way back in the old days, we did the 10 best houses of this, the 10 houses of that, whatever, those kinds of things. And I also had things like the 10 things you have to ask an agent before you list your house. That was a really popular, you're right, Bree. Anything with lists, people love. And we would do sometimes 9+1 or 10+1 also. I was like, here's your bonus, you know.
Mm.
I like the educational one also. And for me, I'm going to focus on because of the class. So identity, fear, why you won't lead generate, all those kinds of things around that. So it'll be real estate to a degree, and then but with the class kind of behind it, because that's that first push going that direction. And so that's mine. And then I like the interview one also. So for me, it'll be educational and the interview thing. Any other ideas or anything around this?
I ordered, I had lavalier mics,
Uh-huh.
but they were corded. They had cords. And I guess that was a couple of years ago. So now they have the cordless ones.
Mhm.
And a double one is $20.
Mm.
Wow.
So then you could mic up your other person, put one on you. It's cordless.
Nice.
So, and they even have one, and it was like $20. They have one for $100 that has an app with it that has a teleprompter and a filter that'll put makeup on you.
Oh, there you go, Craig.
But I didn't have $100, and I'll just throw some lipstick on for $20.
I love it. One of the other things that you just made me think of is when I did the class that I did, the success class, I purposely did a couple of things, and I kept the class small because I wanted the picture bigger. And I was talking with my friend Chris, I do encourage a mic of some sort, just because it's clear when people are watching things on YouTube later. It's more that. But I was talking to my friend Chris, who does tons of videos, and I said that when that one video that follows you around, that guy did that, and I'm like, do I need to buy this? And he's like, it depends on what you want. He's like, if you want to be up and moving around and that kind of a person, absolutely, that's a great investment. He goes, and if you don't and you want to be this, then don't. And it really made me realize that what I really want is this for me and what I'm doing. I need this. So that was part of kind of the decision in the back of my head of just things I had not thought of before, at all. And then like, I know people that have built backgrounds behind them or green screens and things like that as well, which I haven't. And I know that is busy as hell, although I did clear off a lot of stuff. It's still busy as hell. Thanks, Pia.
I was going to say, I think it's fine.
Oh,
I think it looks good.
Okay, thank you. And so that's another thing of what you want that look to be like. In the beginning, I highly think I think the reason why I wanted to do 30 in 30 days is because I just want us to get comfortable and over the hump. And once we're over the hump, we can worry about, what we want it to look like more and things like that. And I imagine it will grow as we grow,
And
So.
definitely, like you brought up a good point about different formats. If I'm going out in the community and I'm showcasing a house or showcasing a restaurant, because one of the things I do want to do is like showcase Nashville and Middle Tennessee's restaurants, because it shows the diversity of the population. So it's kind of like showing the diversity through food.
I love that. You guys have a great food scene too.
An amazing food scene. So for that, I wanted the mic, because I'd be out in public,
Mm-hmm.
and my phone doesn't catch the best.
Exactly. And that's going to put it right where catching what it's supposed to be catching. And
you see on some YouTube where the people are literally talking,
Yep.
holding their phone like this, and then an other camera. And the other thing about the benefit of doing it in like this is that if you do it on Zoom, you can extrapolate the audio from the video and then do a podcast, like a non-video.
That's very good.
So you could then just upload the audio. So with the Zoom, you could, so that's the other flexibility of doing it in your office.
And I'm going to let you guys into the true secret of us focusing on this week is because I get so many flipping ideas. Thank you. Extrapolate the audio through YouTube.
And that's what Gary does, when he does his podcast, he does it via Zoom and then he puts the audio out but there's the video as well on YouTube.
That
Gotcha.
is the perfect thing to be able to leverage because I do want to leverage what I'm doing. Just not across too much stuff in the beginning, but
Right.
a podcast is a perfect, easy leverage over. So yeah, nice. So I think Ava was doing the research because YouTube is this way and TikTok is this way. And I think she told me, she said, it's going to be easier if you YouTube. And then she said, and then I think she wants me to switch the camera around and grab some TikTok. I can't remember what she wants me to do to take care of that issue because TikTok's definitely a vertical.
There's an app that will automatically do it for you. So like
Okay.
if you shoot it one way, it'll optimize it for the different platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, because Facebook and Instagram both are up and down.
Vertical. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's better to do the landscape. Have your phone on landscape and then have software chop off edges.
Mhm.
Yeah. That makes
Because what
sense.
happens is that, like you've probably seen it even on the news. You've seen the video with the right thing
Yeah.
and then kind of like the fussy filling on the
Yes.
side.
That's where they black bar it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that that doesn't look so good. But if it's shot landscape and then it's just chopped off on the edge by software.
Yeah, you're
It's
right. 'Cause
better.
Even in the movie industry, Panavision was it. Panavision, they just cut the ends and kind of zoomed in on the action. And when Greg does his autograph stuff, if he can't get the right dimensions for the 16x20s, he just runs black bars on the top and bottom, but it doesn't look weird. Black bars on the side look weird. This almost frames it. Plus it gives him a place if he wants to for the signatures. So that's good.
Exactly. And by the way, you inspired me to finally put the things on the walls that I've been thinking of doing for years.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I like the PF behind you.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah,
Well,
hey,
it's actually,
I love it. It's very good.
Craig and Gina, you guys did get onto Chat GPT?
Yeah, I
I've been
got on
on
that night.
Oh,
tons. I don't know. I didn't go on yesterday. Yesterday I tried to show it to Gary and it was busy.
Yeah.
But I've been on it tons and I pulled all the marketing off of it for the Success of Self. I pulled it like I'm a freak. I pulled like 20 different versions of it and then put together the stuff that I wanted to do. But I also went to Google Analytics and I pulled keywords that I know that Google likes and I made sure that was in the marketing. So
Okay.
that's all
I
right.
still can't get in.
All right, try odd times. And then it's going to get worse because it's all over TikTok and everywhere else. I mean, it's just gone sky high now. So it's hard to get in. It just is. Okay, y'all, tomorrow we are going to be talking about, so I got my accountability call, which I'm 2.5 minutes late for. We're going to be talking about the different platforms and picking out which platforms you want to do and discussing, why certain platforms over the other platforms. So that's our tomorrow. All right, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.